This is the most ridiculous unboxing you have ever seen of this product in particular. But I'm so, oh my god, wait, it's a stand. I don't know why, but I'm so surprised. I didn't think it was actually gonna be a stand in here. What?
Hey guys, it's me, Mofu Art. I know it's been a while since you saw me. Hello, welcome back. Just to keep it really brief and short, I started working and I just never really had a time or motivation to really draw. This is probably my first time in a while that I drew something. Like legit, I think throughout the entirety of June I just could not make myself draw anything, even if I wanted to, and it was terrible. So I'm trying to get back into the groove of it, and I've been drawing every other day or so, at least since July started. it's been going pretty well, I would say. I will be drawing my OC. Her name is Selah. So she is definitely one of the more, I won't say new OCs. She was an OC I think briefly talked about, and I think even doodled a few times on this channel. At the very least, I know I posted her a few times on my community posts, but a lot of those are old and I do not feel like going to try to find them to prove to you that I have posted her at one point or another. Because I haven't drawn, I'm suddenly hit with the most craziest of motivation to want to do something and draw. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just work on this OC. I already sort of like mapped her design out initially. I just kind of went back and kind of just try to slightly tweak her design to fit more of what I was imagining of her. And so I did change like her hair, and you guys are seeing the clip right now. I'm on Procreate, and I just doodled her a few times and just trying to see like how I was feeling. I do really like the woofy cut that she has. It's so cute. I was just kind of experimenting also with her like color palette, just trying to see what I was like vibing with. Brown going to like a light brownish like white. I don't know the best way to describe it. Okay, I'm coming back and I'm awkward, guys. Okay, I'm sorry. It's been like over a year. I know I'm rambling about like so many random things, but like literally long it's been that I haven't talked to you guys and just like recorded my thoughts, and I just been like swirling with all these thoughts of just wanting to say something but having no outlet to say it to, you know? I don't have a script. I'm just kind of going with the flow and just hoping for the best. So my OC Selah, what can I describe about her? So she's originally from a story, which I don't know if you guys know, but if you some old OGs of mine who've been on my channel for quite some time, and if you know of my OC Kiba and Rambo and Shu and Snow and stuff like that, so she's part of that same universe, but she's the original protagonist before Kiba kind of takes the reins in the current storyline. I always wanted to do like a short comic related to her before the events of Kiba's story, because she very much heavily affects a lot of what happens to Kiba's story. Really like her. She's such a goofball, and she does have like a very tomboyish vibe about her, you know, very courageous. This was like a running gag originally on my channel, where like for my OCs I never pick a last name for them, and she's the same thing. I have not thought of a last name for her, even though a last name for her is actually important because it's part of her family clan, and I don't know. I'm just rolling with it. For right now, her name is Selah. So it's a very weird spelling, and I know it's a very out there name, but I really like it. And it's so funny how Selah came up to be. I was like, you know what? I need like another character outside of just Kiba. You know, like a different type of like perspective of a character. Actually, and also it was a little bit inspired off of a song that I was listening to at the time, and I was like so super duper obsessed with. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna create Selah based off like the song I was listening to. If you guys are in the gacha space, you probably would know. But it's back then when I was really into like Honkai Impact. There's a particular soundtrack in Honkai Impact that's like Befallen, I think, and it's like amazing. It's so cool, and I loved it. And I remember I was like absolutely obsessed with this song. Like I was so obsessed with it. I was using it literally in some of my older videos, like even on my old channel. I was using this like OCT like in a background. It was so bad. That's how much I loved it. The song itself basically did inspire me to create Selah because it was so cool, and I was just imagining all these crazy scenarios like with this song and with Selah. And actually Selah's name comes from a lyric in the song. Yeah, I need to make a new character just for this. Stuck with her for a little bit, but wasn't really necessarily vibing with her after some time, and I kind of just stopped drawing her. Or her redesign is actually inspired off of a drawing I did, which was funny enough turning a item into a character. I was like starting that little series. I didn't really go that far with it. I only had one video out with it, turning the silent princess into an actual person. I kind of came up with the whole idea on the fly, and just her hair in particular. Her hair was like always like very spiky all over the place. Like seeing that drawing, I was like, I kind of like that hair. It's like it's very unique in its own little way. That's where her redesign got inspired from. And then on top of that, I added on like little more wolf-like features. Some parts of like the drawing, there's certain parts where you guys can see where she has like short hair. I thought of this very, very funny thing with her powers. I know I'm going all over, and I promise you I would tell you guys a little bit of her story and a bit of her personality, which I mean, to be honest, you guys can look at the images and you can kind of already gather what her personality would be. There's just been this one thought about her that's just been swirling my mind. So she has a fighting style. Her fighting style is like the tiger fighting style, very much off of the Chinese fighting style and whatnot. And in particular, she has like this tattoo on her shoulder. It kind of wraps around on both of her shoulders. It's this tiger. She happens to name Raija. This tiger basically kind of like comes out and attacks for her, sort of. And it's really cool. Like visually it's very cool. Like the reason I was like wanting to talk about it is because it also connects to like her hair. So her hair is kind of like a ticking time bomb. You know how like a bomb, it has like the screen that's slowly about to like detonate and stuff like that. That's kind of how her hair is. Her hair starts off very long, and then the more she uses her power, the shorter her hair gets. I thought that was so cool. I know it was just like a random little thing. She basically is like a literal ticking time bomb. I just thought it was just very funny, and I wanted to share that with you guys. But her hair does actually like regrow back, part of just her whole ability. Granted, she doesn't become bald. I know it's a funny thought, and I know there's probably someone out there that's literally thinking, oh, what if she becomes bald? Her hair just stops at a certain part. I really just wanted to ramble about a little bit of her powers because I'm pretty proud of it, and I know I was probably going to forget a little bit if I don't say nothing about it. Anyways, that's a bit of her power, but let's go into her personality. She's a very kind-hearted, goofy kind of person. She's very tomboyish, goof around, who just kind of likes to train a lot and fight and stuff. I absolutely just adore her. As of late, since I've been like writing about her, like I said, I don't even have a script for this video to begin with. Like a little inaccurate with like some of my like memory. It'd be better if I had a script and I could just tell you guys that, but I just kind of just want to talk to you guys and not feel like restricted to a script. Granted, even when I have a script, I do go off on tangents. So a little bit about her story. The events of Selah's story does take place before Kiba's, of course. So in my world is known as Pandoria. It's kind of still a work in progress name because I'm not sure if I really do like the name. The part of me does, but a part of me doesn't. In my world, she's part of a great family. In my world, there are gods. But when I say gods, I don't mean like multiple gods, but I mean one singular god. Eventually, this very lonely god created what is known as God's pets. So it basically created these mini demigod like creatures based off of animals. These gods eventually give their blood to ordinary human. A new vessel is born. The tiger god in particular reincarnated in a sense to Selah. That's why she has like tiger-like abilities. And that's kind of like a little bit like the history of what the current like status of the world is. There's these gods that get reincarnated to these different vessels who are like pretty much used as war weapons. Everyone wants their hands on what is. So the people who have like a reincarnation of a demigod, they are called hollows. When a newborn baby is born as a hollow, the world itself is shaking to the news about it. It's pretty much the best way I can describe it. It's like in Avatar when Aang first woke up and like everyone all around the nations knew that he was alive. That's pretty much the same vibe of when like a newborn baby who happens to be a hollow is born in my world. So my story with Selah is known as the Rekka. You can see it, I kind of like written it out on like the doodle page. And Rekka basically means fallen or fall. I don't want to really go too much into like depth about the story. There's so much I promise you that I'm skimming out on, so it may seem like it's all over the place, and I apologize for that. I really want to make a comic of it, so that's kind of why I'm kind of like withholding certain details. But like overall, I can tell you a bit about the history because I don't feel like that's necessarily like heavy in spoilers. Here and there you may kind of see Selah in like the sketch page talk about a character named Milo. So Milo is another OC that's friends with Selah, but pretty much in my world he is a similar species to another OC of mine named Rambo. My world doesn't necessarily have species, it more so has like mutated species. So the best way I can describe it is that something happened this like eons around like back then when the gods used to roam the world. Something happened, a human did something which eventually led to the mutation of its species. Like current OCs and stuff like that, they have like some form of like a mutation on them. I have so much I really want to tell you guys, but man, like, okay, if you guys actually really want to just hear me ramble and talk about like my OCs, I would be so happy to do that, because like this whole year has been like so much for me, and like I just want an outlet to just draw and talk, and I feel like I haven't had it in a very, very, very long time, and I miss you guys, I really do. Like so I do think I actually am getting to the end of like the speed paint, and you know what that means. That means the video is coming to a close, and I just want to thank each and every one of you who have made it this far and has even watched or got even notified. You know, I don't really know when I'll be really consistent, so I don't want to promise you guys, oh, I'm gonna be consistent, I'm coming back. For all I know, I may drop this video and it may not be until like weeks later until I come back again. It's very possible because I've done it in the past. Regardless, I still am very, very thankful and grateful to all the ones who stayed. I'm never, ever gonna stop thanking you guys. So I will be seeing you guys until next time. Stay Mofu and Mofus. Also, some of these chibi doodles I did are so freaking cute. She's like in this tank top, big baggy pants. Kind of like Tojo, I know, from JJK, but no. It's basically just her training garments she wears when she's training. Also, she's wearing like this little headband. So, like I said, there's this character named Milo, and they are really, really good friends. And she got this headband from Milo. Sweet, sweet Milo. He's so cute. I love him.